So this video is for Tuesday, September 1st. And I'm a little bummed because I had just made this video and I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. So I'm going to make it a second time. So the things that I'll be going through, I'll just kind of point them out and show them to you since I've already filled them up. So I filled it out on the different sheets, which I'll go through here. So let's go to our ladybug first, to go to our calendar. So Tuesdays, ladybug. So Tuesdays we have our daily packet is where I like to start off. Unit 1, week 2, day 2. So that's our daily packet here. So again, I've just completed this, so I'll do it just by saying it out loud and sharing with you what I did. So the first thing was our high frequency words. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high frequency words in the box, but we only use 6 of them. So I read them all first. I went, have, is, jump, my, one, put, the, want, what, you. And then I just read each blank to figure out what word fits the blank the best. I like to jump rope. What is your name? With a capital W. This is my favorite book. You, capital Y, are my best friend. Do you want any candy? I just want one slice of pizza. Here is answering the question by using part of the question when we answer. So not just a one-worded answer. We want to answer in a complete sentence. So similar to how we answered our questions with our Power to Vote mini book, using part of the question to answer. So this one is, what do you like to do? I like to jump with you. So we use the words from the word bank down here. Here we did our addition. It's 3 digits being added together. So I like to add 2 numbers together first, get the answer, and then add that 3rd digit after. So I made a 10, added 6, got 16. I made 11, added 7, and that gave me 18. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 and 4 make 10. Here I made my 10 first. I used 9 and 1 to make 10. Added 8 to get 18. 9 and 2 is 11. Plus 3 more is 14. And then here's just 6 plus 5 is 11. And I'm just going to skip the 0 there, ignore it. For our fact families, we are looking at the numbers 12, 7, and 19. For addition problems, the big number goes last, 1919. For subtraction, it goes first, 1919. And then here we're going to flip-flop. 12 plus 7 is 19, and 7 plus 12 is 19. And then here we're going to flip-flop. 19 minus 12 is 7. 19 minus 7 is 12. Our word problem, we have 4 bees on the flower, 8 more bees flew to the flower, and then 7 more joined them. How many are on the flower? I made 15 first with 8 plus 7 is 15, and then added 16, 17, 18, 19. 4 more gave me 19 bees total. So that is our daily packet for day 2, week 2, day 2. So I'm going to do a double check mark on these. So day 2. Now is our spelling word cert, vocab, and 5 sentences. So again, I've already completed this, but I want to explain it. So our word sort, here what I'll do is I'll cover that up for a little bit. So it says words with 1 syllable. 1 syllable means that when you say the word, it's just 1 clap. Like, and they're coming from our spelling words. So if I look at my spelling words for this week, I have the words You know what? Let me write myself a little word bank here. I have go, we, hi, dentist, problem, open, no, silent, she, napkin. So this is my word bank. I just got the words from here, but you can also get them from the front of your pamphlet. They're these same words. Okay. Oops, let me flip flop this. I'm trying not to show you the answers yet because I want to kind of explain how to get there. So words with one syllable, again, words with just one clap. So if I look at my list, I have go, we, hi, dentist, problem, open, no, silent, she, napkin. So I can hear a few of them that just have one. So go, we, hi, no, she. Go, we, hi, no, she. So they just have one syllable, one clap. I'm going to cross off go, hi, we, no, she. Okay, so these are the other ones that are a little trickier for the word sort. It says words with one open and one closed syllable. So that means when we break them down into claps, the first syllable is going to be open. Open will mean that it ends in A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. And then closed will be with a consonant. Consonant will be closed. So like the word dentist, we're going to figure out where it breaks and then figure out if it's open or if it's closed. So I would go dentist, dentist. So dentist would be, that's our next, let me grab some, I don't have scissors handy. Let me go like this. Yeah, sorry. So words with two closed syllables, that would be those words. The one we just talked about, dentist. Switch it up. So den, that's closed because it ends in a consonant. Den, tis, ends in a consonant, that syllable. Dentist. Okay, if I go to open, O-pen, O-pen. So it starts with open, and it's just O is the first syllable, so it ends in A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. Ben. Pen is closed at the end, open. Okay, let's go to problem. We have problem. Prob is closed. Prob, closed because it's consonant. Lem, closed because it's consonant. Let's go to silent. 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 So two syllables. The first one is open because it goes si, ends in a vowel. Lent ends in a consonant. So one open, one closed syllable. So they have one more word, and that's napkin. Napkin. So that breaks napkin. So nap, P, kin, N, both closed. So if I take this off here, it just, it's the same words, some of them in a different order here. So open, again, meaning that we have A-E-I-O-U end in that syllable, and then close is where it ends in a consonant for that syllable. And those syllables are those claps that break down sounds, the different sounds in a word. All right, so that's spelling, the word sort. Vocabulary, we have page 2. I'm going to cover this up here just to kind of walk you through. So I wrote down some definitions. A fine is money that we need to pay. Law is a rule. Federal is the government. Ticket is a piece of paper that tells you what law you've broken. That sometimes comes with a fine, money to pay. Judge is a person who is in charge of deciding things. They know a lot about laws. Patrolling means driving or walking around. So number 1, we have, my mom got a parking ticket. And number 2, she had to pay a fine. So ticket is again, the piece of paper that tells you what law has been broken. Fine is the money that you need to pay as a punishment for something. The federal government makes the laws for our country. The police officers are patrolling, driving around, walking around our neighborhood to keep us safe. It is a law that we should not speed. And the judge found the man guilty. So those are the 6 vocabulary pieces, which then brings us to the last piece, and that's our sentences. So today you are writing sentences for 5 of your spelling words. I think it's a good idea to kind of flip your pamphlet open so you can see the words and your sentence part at the same time. For your 5 sentences, these are the 3 big things I look at. So I collect this pamphlet more for this than any of the other pieces, because we do the other pieces mostly together, but this I know is on your own, and it's a good way for me to see your own writing. So all sentences should start with a capital letter. They should have some kind of punctuation, so either period, exclamation, question mark. And then the word that you're using from our spelling word list, it needs to be spelled correctly. They're right here next to you, so you should be able to look at the word and spell it correctly by looking back and forth. Take your time, go slow. The other words, it's okay if you, sound out as best as you can. But the spelling word, you should be able to spell that correctly because it's right here next to you. And it's also the words that we're practicing for the week to get better at and hopefully master by Friday. So that's your job, to finish the 5 sentences by today. Okay, so then that leaves us here with spelling word sort, check, vocabulary, check, and 5 sentences. Okay, Tuesday, we're also going into our government booklet. And in our government booklet, we're reading pages 18 through 21. So that's our government's laws. And when we're reading this, it's going to say, so read just the first 4 pages, so just 18 through 21. Why is wearing a seatbelt a law? And what are other laws that keep people safe? So I'm going to start reading here. Our Government's Laws by Kathy Fergang. Introduction. Every country has a government. A government is a group of people. The people work together to make important decisions for the country. The government of the United States of America is called the federal government. Each state has its own government. That is called the state government. Most cities and towns also have a government. That is called the local government. So we're on the next page now, page 19. Why does the government make laws? Scoot it over. All governments make laws. A law is a rule that everyone has to follow. A government makes laws to help to keep citizens safe. For example, there are many laws about car seatbelts. Before 1984, no one had to wear a seatbelt. Then state governments began to pass seatbelt laws. Now every child in a car must wear a seatbelt. That is the law. In most states, adults must wear seatbelts too. Anyone who does not is breaking the law. Page 20, we're going to ignore that, that's for our annotations. How does the government keep order? Laws help the government keep order. Laws tell people what they can and cannot do. For example, there are many laws about driving. There are laws about how fast a car can go. There are laws about which streets cars can drive down. There are laws about where a there are laws about where a car can be parked. There are even laws about when and where it is allowed to honk a horn. Police officers work for the government. Some work for the local government. Some work for the state government. Others work for the federal government. They all work to make sure people follow the laws. So the annotations for this one here is, oh baby, I need you to leave, please. I'm recording. So we have the annotations for Tuesday. Read the first 4 pages. Why is wearing a seatbelt a law? So that's here. And you can ignore the little bottom piece. Why is wearing a seatbelt a law? So I underlined this piece here. Here it talked about the seatbelts becoming a law, wearing a seatbelt becoming a law, but it didn't really talk about why it's important. And I kind of went one sentence before, and I thought this one did an okay job answering that question. Why is wearing a seatbelt a law? The government makes laws to keep citizens safe. So that law of wearing a seatbelt is exactly for that, to keep us safe. The second question was, what are other laws that keep people safe? So if I turn the page, other laws that keep us safe, I just wrote that idea down, and then I underlined all these examples that were after the word, for example. There are many laws about driving, how fast a car can go, which streets cars can drive down, where a car can be parked, when and where it is allowed to honk a horn. So all these are examples of other laws that keep us safe. If any of these rules are broken, something bad, dangerous could happen. So that is the end of our annotations for Tuesday. So we have check mark, mark, mark. Here for Español, I'm also going to check us off. Oh, Samuel, did you just turn that off? Samuel, can you please turn that back on? Thank you. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go back to our video here with, sorry, I got a little distracted with my son here trying to help. So we just did our annotations in our booklet. Oh, for Español is what I was sharing about. So my screen went away here, but for Español, I'll check us off here. You get to practice Spanish any way you'd like. So you can choose to make your 3x5 cards. You can work in your practice packet. You can do whiteboard. A good idea is to really use that virtual classroom in Seesaw under that Spanish link. Play those games, watch those videos, read those books. All of those things are really helpful with your Spanish. So you, I don't have it broken down. But you get to pick how you practice Español. It's up to you how it makes most sense to you and how it sticks in your brain better. So I'm gonna put a little check mark. Sorry, my ladybug's focusing here. So for Spanish, again, you get to decide how you practice your Español. Oh goodness, let me try that again. So Español, I'm gonna put a little check mark there. I don't know why it's so blurry. I apologize. Let me try to go big here. Okay, well, we'll just stop our sharing for now, and we'll come back together. So that was our Español. To go over your practicing any way you'd like. The last piece we have for today is our math. So today was lesson 6. Can you please go to the living room? Thank you. So we have lesson 6. So lesson 6 is actually what we've been working on a lot in our daily packet, which is all about our math facts, the fact families, related fact families. I'm going to try sharing my screen one more time with the ladybug. I'm not sure why it got blurry there. Just give it a try. And if it doesn't work, maybe we'll do it nice and big. That is so weird. I don't know why it's blurry. It's never been, oh, let me try this. Oh, I just needed to click the focus button. Yay, I'm glad it's working. So again, I've already done this earlier in the previous video. So I'll just kind of explain what I've done here. So this is my whole 13. Samuel, I need you to leave, please. Thank you. Okay, our whole is 13. 13 goes last because that's my whole. For subtraction, it goes first. 8 plus 5 is 13. 5 plus 8 is 13. For subtraction, I'm going to flip-flop these numbers. The 13 stays. 13 minus 8 is 5. 13 minus 5 is 8. For here, 16 is my whole, my big number. 7 plus 9 is 16. 9 plus 7 is 16. For subtraction, 16 minus 9 is 7. 16 minus 7 is 9. Here they have the subtraction part. 12 minus 5 is 7. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Come on, baby. Adrian, can you please pause on that? I'm in the middle of recording and will you just stop it, please? Because I don't want to have to start all over. I'm just gonna come back, okay? I'm almost done. Thank you, baby. I'm almost done. So sorry, you could hopefully fast forward through that part. My son was in here and it's a little bit distracting and he's just playing around and I'm so sorry. Well, anyway, here's number 5. So number 5, they have both of the subtraction pieces. So 12 minus 5 is 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So they have the big number first for minus, for the subtraction. And then I wrote the big number first for the addition. And just flip-flop the add-ins. 5 plus 7 is 12. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, I'm going to go to the back side. So it has here, Yoshi has 6 red toys. He has 3 yellow toys. How many does he have all together? So we have 6 plus 3 is 9. 3 plus 6 is 9. And then 9, both the big numbers first for subtraction. Minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. For our word problem down here, we have Jan sees 10 ants, which is the whole. 4 of the ants walk away. So I circled 4 of those ants and I drew a little arrow just to help me out. And then I, without even looking down here, I started kind of just writing down what I was reading here. There were 10 ants, 4 left. So now there's 6. And then I just peeked down here after and I said, okay, it's definitely not addition. Oh, that matches what I was working on. 10 ants, 4 go away, now there's 6 left. For the very last one, this is where you get to be creative and do your very own problem. And it should be a fact family. So you should only use 3 digits, and those same 3 digits are being used in 2 addition and 2 subtraction problems. I went with doubles, 5 and 5. So I went 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Because when you flip-flop it, 5 and 5, it doesn't matter where they're at. I started with my big number 10 first here. Minus 5 is 5 for both of those subtraction pieces. I'm going to go back here. I didn't get to show you this earlier since we got disconnected. But now we're back. For Tuesday, I just said, you know, remember to practice your Spanish your way. You get to do that on your own. And I just did a little check mark. We just did lesson 6. But I want to remind you, yesterday we did not have a quick check because we didn't have a lesson the day before, which was Friday. But This day, we had a lesson the day before. So we're doing quick check today for lesson 1-5. So I want to remind you on how to get there. So I'm going to minimize our Ladybug and go to our math page. So when you get to PowerSchool, so you need to log into PowerSchool, and you can do that by using the front of your crayon or that sheet that's folded in half that has your login information for PowerSchool. You click on classes. After you click on classes, you're going to click homeroom. After homeroom, you will see your assignments, and your assignments will include your quick checks. Right now, I don't have this week's quick checks up yet. This is me recording over the weekend. But your quick checks should be completed. Though I'm going to leave 1-1 through 1-4 up still, just because there's a few people that need to finish them. But you will also have 1-5, 1-6, and 1-7 that will become available this week. So by the end of this week, by Friday, your goal is to finish 1-1 all the way to 1-7. That's your job, to finish all of them. I'm not collecting your math sheet. I'm not collecting your black book. The way that I'm checking you off that you've done your math homework for the week is by checking you off with the digital quick check. So that's the part that I really want to see. This is important because it helps you practice and do a good job on your quick check. So remember to do the quick check each day that you have a lesson. So let me go back to Ladybug. So with the Ladybug, we're back. So now we have done the government's laws. We reread it. We answered the questions. We did our daily packet, page 2. We did the spelling, vocab, and sentences. We went through topic 1, lesson 6, and you're going to do your quick check 1-5. And then Spanish, you're going to practice on your own. All right, this is where I'm going to end the video and make sure that I save it the correct way. Thank you for your patience, and have a great day. See you tomorrow.